All right, folks, let's start this off with some headlines here. Israel seizes Gaza's entire border with Egypt, presses with raids into Rafah. I'm sitting here looking at the entire world come against Israel, even most inside the church. Here's something I don't talk about very much anymore. The whole Russia, Ukraine, NATO thing. Seems like it all turned into fear-mongering here lately. I think all of us are like,
do it! Just do it!
I mean, it's just getting tiring. Putin's plot to destroy NATO is reaching a devastating climax. Israeli National Security Advisor, Hamas war won't end before 2025. There you go. Christians in Ireland and Norway, I don't know why it says Ireland, Norway, reject their government's dangerous recognition of Palestine state. Australian LBGT, y'all know what I'm trying to say, activist seems to promote bestiality to high schoolers. And then the title says, will Canada follow? Probably. We live in a world where evil is good and good is evil. Everyone sees it. You know, I once had this friend. I've talked about him here once. He was a very bad, we call them dope fiends. You know, I guess the politically correct term is addict. But anyone can develop, you know, an addiction to anything. So that's why most people I know still say dope fiend. So my friend, who was an ex-dope fiend, I had other friends at the time. Every time he would come around, he would be high, and I loved him like a brother. I didn't look at that like everyone else did. I didn't look at that. And then those same people would be like, why do you hang out with him? Christians, right? Why do you hang out with him? Why do you and your family hang out with him and his family? Come on now, you should do better than that. Little did they know, this guy was always asking me questions about the Bible and everything else. Meanwhile, people like that were questioning why I was talking to him, and those church buildings he would go to with questions, all shunned him, all treated him like a black sheep, all of them treated him like he had the plague. So I'd simply say, one of these days the Lord's going to use him in a mighty way, in which they would return with, heck, yeah, right. Took him a while, y'all. He got everything together because of the Lord. He's sober now, and he's a preacher. I'm not talking about a preacher that goes into these buildings preaching to the same people over and over and over and over and never reaches outside of those buildings. No. He preaches to the homeless. He's out in the street preaching to the homeless. Different people all the time. All right, folks, literally, as I was in here making this video on the radio, tornado warning popped up through the National Weather Service. So I need to hurry this along real quick. But what I want to say is what I've seen with my own eyes inside of the church. And I'm not talking about these buildings. I'm talking about the church, you and I. But what I've seen is these people who were ex-dope fiends, these ex-bikers, these ex-gang members, these people the Lord uses in a mighty, mighty way. I mean, I'm sure most of you who do go to these church buildings have seen these type of people. They come in every once in a while when they're curious to know stuff and they're trying to learn the Lord and they don't know where else to go. They're not shown these things. No one tells them, hey, go to the Bible. No, they'll walk into these church buildings is because what they see on TV and hear everybody else say. Sure, you've seen them covered in tattoos, rugged looking. Everybody in there turns their noses up to them. They've done it to me, folks. Some of them get really heartbroken because of that. Some of them really don't care. They just walk out the building. And then the Lord shows them to read the Bible, and that's what they do. And then they no longer attend these buildings. They just go out and spread the word. But a lot of them do get a lot of, I guess you could say, trauma from entering those buildings and how they're treated and how they're talked to and how they're looked at and all this stuff. It builds up inside some people. And they either go one of two ways. Either they fall away from it or they go the other way. They get stronger in the Lord. Folks, don't be evil like that. Don't shun these people. Don't do it. Don't be one of these people that'll hear this.
You prayed a prayer decades ago, but it meant little.
What?
You never followed me. You never knew me.
But Lord, I did many good things in your church.
Why do you call me Lord? And yet you failed to do what I told you. Hal, you have never been mine.
No.
Now you must go away, for your deeds are evil.
No.
Bind him hand and foot.
No.
Romans 10:9 through 13. I love all of you. I truly do. I gotta go get in the shelter. God bless.